blazing inferno in Turkey, tens of thousands evacuated, airport paralyzed. The fire is out of control. On July 3, Turkey found itself in the epicenter of the most powerful natural disaster. A large forest fire started in Izmir province, which rapidly covered more and more territories. Due to the dry heat and hurricane wind, which gusts reached 120 kilometers per hour, the fire spread almost instantly.
Çok şiddetli rüzgar var.
The flames are raging in Seferihisar and Menderes districts, engulfing forested areas and threatening homes, communities, and resort infrastructure. Authorities have urgently evacuated more than 50,000 people. People have abandoned their homes, left hotels and camps to escape the impending fire. Rescue services are working around the clock. More than 1,000 personnel, 14 helicopters, and 4 airplanes are involved. Amid the general chaos and panic in Izmir, Turkey, shocking footage has emerged of cows, gripped by fear, fleeing from an impending fire. This is not a localized disaster. This is a national fire, already being called one of the most destructive in recent years in Turkey. France has experienced an extremely rare weather phenomenon, giant hail. In the commune of Paralyzed, there was a devastating hailstorm. Hailstones reached a diameter of 10 to 12 centimeters. As a result of the disaster, the roofs of dozens of houses were damaged. Windows were broken and cars were smashed. While Turkey is fighting the fire, another southern European region is also in trouble. In Greece, on the island of Crete, a devastating forest fire broke out. It started on July 2 near the village of Alia, but due to strong winds and heat, the flames immediately spread to neighboring areas. Pharma, Skinokapsala, and others. The authorities had to urgently declare a state of emergency. The fire engulfed homes, greenhouses, hotels, and infrastructure. It has already been confirmed. About 5,000 people have been evacuated. Among them, many tourists vacationing in hotels on the coast. Greece has suffered from devastating fires in the summer for several years in a row. But this year, according to local authorities, has been particularly severe. The reason is extreme heat, strong winds, and a complete lack of precipitation. The island resembles a powder keg. Russia. Every year, the South and Primos Gedics and the Crisa-rooted fight, Kyria lies in the portion success, and the Institute proceeds for people to an ensedicate creasely long washer sit. The seam of a balcony danding for a bunges and fell, right to cities stad with number oneers, of a victim both a chair. On July 3, one of the largest cities in China, Chengdu, the administrative center of Sichuan province, was completely paralyzed after heavy rains. The rains, which have not stopped since the night, caused extensive waterlogging. Water flooded streets, subway stations, subway passages, and even the first floors of buildings. Authorities have declared a red weather danger level, the highest level of warning in China's civil defense system. Dozens of neighborhoods, including densely populated residential areas and industrial zones, are at risk. Dozens of bus routes have been halted, and schools and kindergartens have been closed. People are getting home through waist-deep water, and many people are locked in offices and shopping centers. There is also an emergency situation in the Russian Far East. Khabarovsk was hit by a powerful F2 category tornado. The wind speed reached 200 kilometers per hour. The whirlwind was literally ripping out trees, tearing down structures, breaking power lines. Tornadoes in this region used to be considered only a theoretical threat, but now it is a reality. The American continent was not left behind either. In the Mexican state of Coahuila, in the city of Torreon, a month's worth of precipitation fell in a matter of hours. The result was a massive flood that paralyzed traffic and left residents without electricity and access to drinking water. In many streets, the water level exceeded a meter. The floods demolished cars, flooded stores, offices, and houses. People tried to save themselves by climbing to the roofs and upper floors of buildings. An unexpected disaster also struck the Netherlands. A large hailstorm fell in the town of Gore, which locals have already nicknamed Ice Attack. The size of hailstones resembled small stones up to 5 centimeters in diameter. The destruction is palpable. Windows were broken, awnings were broken, cars were smashed. Russia. St. Petersburg. The city was hit by the strongest thunderstorm with torrential rain and powerful wind. A special blow came to the coastal areas. In a short time, the streets there went underwater. Cars stopped right in the middle of the road. It was impossible to move. Not only suburbs were affected, in the central part of the city there were disruptions in the work of the subway, flooded basements and stores. Sudan. The region, where heat in the 40s is the norm, was suddenly covered with a thick layer of hail. Within minutes, the ground turned white as if snow had fallen. So dense was the ice cover. This weather phenomenon shocked the locals. It was the first time many people had ever seen such a thing.